Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back to another Top Secret SI game and module review. This time, I got Operation Starfire on tap for you guys. Right off the bat, this appears to be a multi-part module series, which I didn't realize until getting into the second one, which is actually something new for Top Secret. In the past, it was just a more or less a one-stop adventure. You go through the module and on to something else. This one actually continues in Operation Doomsday Drop, which will be my next review. I've already read most of it, but this one, man, what a ride. Okay, right off the bat, you got the motorcycle, parachuting into some weird volcanic-looking area, which it turns out is the Grand Canyon. But okay for that. But right off the bat, it's got this thing that I thought was pretty interesting. Right off the bat, you got this flow chart for the Grand Canyon, and then later on, I would butcher that name if I tried to pronounce it. And lucky for you guys, it's backwards, so you won't have to worry about that. But you start at a certain point of the Grand Canyon here, and depending on your choices and your die rolls, for each location will determine whether you can go, north, south, east, or west, and what happens when you get there. Which each one of the little locations is something different and quite amusing at times. There are some elements of humor added to this adventure that continue throughout the entire adventure. There are a couple of NPCs that you bump into that they keep coming back and they just get funnier, which I think you need a little levity, especially these days. Another note right off the bat, was written by Tracy Hickman. I'm sure you guys all recognize that name, and everything that they've done. Another great thing about not just this adventure but the game, I'm going to go over to one of the NPCs. Let's see if they have. Okay, that's not an NPC. That's a attack helicopter. Okay, there's this section called psychology in not just NPCs but in character creation, where there are categories like cruelty, loyalty, passion, piety, sanity, and selfishness. And each of the categories is rated from none to, I think, complete or high. So, for example, this character here, cruelty, little. Okay, that tells you a lot right off the bat. Loyalty, some. Again. Passion, high. Piety, none. Sanity, little. Selfishness, little. Each of these little keywords and categories really help flesh out the personality and obviously the psychology of that particular individual. And it's a very wide and complete scope to really give you an idea how to run that NPC and to play your characters as well. I really dig this. I think I'm going to have to steal this for my own NPCs, because it really just it adds so much to the NPC and makes them very, very easy to run and to get inside their head, which is something that absolutely needs to be done. The entire premise of the story is that the web is trying to get a hold of a particular part for a submarine that carries on into the next adventure, like I said, and the player's trying to track down the last remaining operational part for the submarine. 4 or 5 prototypes were made, and 5 were made, and 4 of them were created with a built-in flaw that will, obviously, hold on a second, the little monster dog wants to go out. Of course, he will want back in when he realizes there's nobody home and he's all alone. And once you've gone through the adventure, depending on how it goes, will determine if that part makes it into the right hands or into the hands of the web. And I got to tell you, the chases that this little system creates with all the stops along the way, really gives a dynamic sense of just your ideal car chase, or in some cases a motorcycle chase, and it is a great way to impart that sense of movement, continually going forward at breakneck speeds, to just get to the the final location with all the things along the way, with a lot of opportunities for crashes and mishaps, as well as the humorous NPCs along the way. And there's quite a few of those, and they're not stereotypical, but they are really actually interesting and unique, and it's just so much fun. I really hope I get to one day run this whole series. I don't know if it's a 3-part or a 2-part. I do know for a fact that it is a 2-part adventure. The submarine adventure is the next step in the journey. And man, guys, this was just so innovative. Mind you, it was back in, I think, 87. We'll just go assuming it was 87. And I've yet to see anything like this in on all the other module reviews I've read. It would work for a horse chase, jet skis, or a boat race, or an airplane chase, or anything like that. Having this, I know it's a bit railroady, but at each stop along the way, there are choices to go left, right, north, south, east, west, depending on, the means of conveyance. Even if it was a chase through a street, say you're running a medieval fantasy adventure and someone's chasing or being chased through the alleys and corridors of a medieval town, having this all written out and knowing it and knowing what's at each stop before the players get there would be a great way to impart that sense of moving forward at top speed, whatever that may be. So I really, if you guys get a chance, just you can go on, like I said, Scribd, and check it out for yourself for free, and see if it's something you might like to add to one of your upcoming adventures, where the players are chasing or being chased by someone trying to get from point A to point B with numerous stops along the way, even if it's only a couple, knowing ahead of time what's going to happen, or what could possibly happen, I should say, unless you're running the full railroad, in which case you don't even need to have anything but a straight line map. But this one, as you can see, this flowchart is filled with choices. Not always the 4 choices that you think, going in the cardinal directions, but I suppose you can always, go backwards if that is in fact the case. We had a little of that backtracking last night, didn't we, Mac? where players backtracked, and it was actually in their favor to do so. It was, well, that's for another time, but you get my point, folks. Especially in an espionage game, the obligatory car chase through the streets of San Francisco or something like that, I think it's an integral part of any good spy story, is some sort of chase along the way, and knowing what's up ahead in your world, I think, would be very helpful for those of you who want to run any kind of game like that. I'm not saying you need to do it every adventure, but every once in a while, a good chase, get the players doing something besides just rolling to hit and rolling saving throws, but trying to overcome the obstacles along the way, with getting to the destination as a focal point, with some urgency, if not a great amount of urgency. Really, to me, is the kind of action and adventure I want to see in more games, more situations. Like I said, not just rolling to hit and rolling your damage, but rolling to avoid, rolling to jump and dodge and duck and weave and all that sort of thing to get to their desired goals. And these guys did it in spades. I hope you guys will check it out. I hope you enjoy it, obviously, but at the very least, check it out and see if it's something you might want to add to your toolbox when it comes to making your adventures a little bit more exciting, a little different. And definitely, I'm going to implement these ideas as soon as possible in an upcoming game. Can't say exactly when, because you need to be in the right location. But, you know, even running through a jungle or a town or, you know, almost anywhere you could probably add this idea of urgency to your game. And I'd really love to hear what you guys think. And if you've done this before, if you've run this module before, please let me know how it went. I'm dying to find out, you know, how it went for you guys. And if you like my ideas, of course, you know, comment section below. I look forward to seeing you guys again. I'm going to jump right into Doomsday Drops. I'll have that hopefully ready for you Monday morning after the Hungar show. So until then, folks, have a great weekend. I got a busy weekend myself, and I hope to hear and see all of you again real soon. Thanks for stopping by. We love you guys, and as always, happy trails.